Okay, I am Munya Isi, and I am a program manager at the Hasselplattner School of Design Thinking at the University of Cape Town.
Okay,
Yeah.
So
the D School is one of 3 schools of design thinking globally. The first one having been established at Stanford University in 2003, and the second one in Potsdam, Germany in 2007, and then us here in Cape Town in 2016.
okay,
Yeah, so we've been in existence for 3 years.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so in terms of design thinking in the South African or African context, the continent is quite rich in diversity. So a lot of the projects, and it's quite complex as well. So with diversity comes a lot of complexity. And we have a lot of wicked problems in the education space, in the economy, in health, in jobs, a lot of youth unemployment. I could go on. And basically we are trying as a D School to use design thinking to tackle some of the wicked problems that we face as a country and as a continent. And those include challenges in the academic space, those include challenges in the private sector, in the NGO space, and even in social challenges in general. So those are typically the kind of projects that we work on.
Okay.
And obviously they are quite complex themselves, but our core mandate is to train and capacitate students. So we use the real world problems to train students so that they can acquire the skills that they need in order for them to survive the world of work.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to solve complex problems is people.
Mm-hmm.
And people are key, and we capitalize on the diversity that we have, which is bringing together people from various backgrounds, from various social classes, from various disciplines, from different cultures together. Because by having the diversity, there is some richness that comes with having different perspectives in trying to tackle a problem. And we've realized that the value in this context is tapping into those, tapping into the diversity that we have. So typically we have a team of maximum 6 participants working together, and we ensure maximum diversity. And the other key element to solving complex problems is engaging with the people that are impacted by the problem. So the learning for us doesn't only happen in our studio. The learning happens outside when the students go and engage with the people that are impacted by the problem. And also that helps them understand the context in which the problem exists. Because if we were to sit in our studio and try to come up with solutions, those solutions are often biased towards us, They are things that we feel or that makes us feel good and got nothing to do with the people that are actually impacted by the problem. So that is why it is important to have the diversity in terms of the team that is working on a challenge, but also make sure that that team goes and understand the problem from the user's perspective so that they solve the right problem instead of just, solving a problem for themselves. So in my view, the design has moved beyond the aesthetics. We can use design as a strategic tool to solve social challenges. And I think, like I mentioned earlier on, the key is bringing together people that have a common goal so that they can collaboratively try to solve the problem, but at the same time solving the right problem by going out to understand the problem from the user's perspective. And I think that requires a different way of working and doing things. And And that includes creating spaces where people feel like, or places where people feel like something great in that place is happening. And in this context, that place is a disco because people know that this is a place I go to learn different ways of working and solving complex problems. And I won't be doing it alone, but I'll be doing it with other people. Because I think we can learn a lot about each other. We can learn a lot about how each person understands what it is that we're trying to do. And creating those spaces that allow for that to happen, I think, is important.